Hello, Crystal. How are you today?
I'm great, Joe. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. What's been happening in
I
your neck
noticed
of the
your
woods?
London Marathon shirt.
Oh,
Awesome.
oh yes, I had to work hard for this one. Yeah, it was well worth it. That's the one thing I was concerned at. I said to my sister ran that a couple of years ago, and I'm like, please tell me you get a decent T-shirt. So you do, you get this, and it's got a little finisher thing on the bottom. So that was cool. Yes, and I got my little medal.
Woo!
It was fun. Hard, but fun.
Great. Now, did
Yeah.
you have good weather?
Yes. Oh, we were really lucky because the couple of days preceding it was nice, but the actual race day was meant to rain all day. And then they kept, gradually moving the rain early and early and earlier. And I got to the start and it was like drizzling, and then it just stopped. So, I mean, again, I couldn't have asked for perfect temps, no real wind, and it didn't rain. I mean, I was less concerned for me, otherwise it would have been uncomfortable. But I was more thinking about the poor people who are going to be standing around watching. My sisters came down and my nephews came down. And they're little, they're like 8, 3 and 3. So, it's not much fun for little kiddies getting cold and wet. But no, got lucky. So yeah, it was nice, and the finish is great because I mean, first of all, you're nearly finished, which is always good. But at the end, you run right along the River Thames, past the London Eye, which is right next to the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben, and then you go past Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament, and then round another corner, past Buckingham Palace, and you finish just up the road from Buckingham Palace. So yeah, it's a very nice view on the way in, that's for sure. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love the picture you took that at the end. You looked really good.
I was like, yeah, I did.
I am done.
Yes, exactly. And that's it. No more marathons. So even though every once in a while I get like an idea, I'm like, oh, maybe I should just do another one. And then I'm like, no, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. So I'm
Don't
sticking
think
to
about
halves. No, I'm sticking to halves from now on. Yeah.
Well, you and I and a bunch of other people did a challenge together, the Burp It On challenge.
Oh, we did. That was fun. Yes. For anyone who hasn't heard about the Burp It On challenge, it is came from a school. I hope I get the name right. Desoronto
Yes. Yeah.
public schools in Canada, and it was a group of fourth, fifth graders, wasn't it? And this is the neat thing. So I hadn't really taken this on board until I was telling my classes about it. It wasn't from a PE class. It was from a classroom-based project where they had to decide how they wanted to make a difference um, for other people, and they decided that getting people moving and active and challenging them was the way they wanted to make a difference. And yeah, so we had 2 weeks where your school, my school, Andy Hare's school in Australia. We had, who else did we have? We had quite a lot of people. Jessica Shorley, I think, in Idaho. Who am I missing out here? I know I'm missing out a ton.
Patty? No, did we say Patty? Dan Inman? Did we say him?
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
There was a ton of.
It was really fun. My kids really liked it too. They're like, "What's the challenge today?" Because I told them we're going to do the burpees last because that was the hardest one.
Actually, I tell you what, for me, I've got 6 classes this semester, and I did the challenge with each of the different classes, and I got to say, the wall sits after a while. I'm like, oh God, not another wall sit. I could feel that afterwards. So I had to really space it out to make sure that I wasn't doing too many wall sits in one day. Otherwise, yes, I knew about it, put it that way. But
Yeah, I have
good problem.
a student teacher right now from
Oh,
University Point, Brad Lehman, and he was my student. Awesome.
how cool is that?
Yeah, so it's so nice to have a young kid to demonstrate. So I have to say, well, I can almost do this correctly, but then he can do it correctly. So it's great.
Oh, that's cool. That's funny.
Yeah, it was really fun. The kids really, really liked it. And yeah, the burpees were hard.
Yes. I tried to break mine down into like blocks of 5 or 10. If I did 10, it was like, you had to take a breather for a bit and then go back in after that. But I think like I said, take my hat off to them. I think they've done a fantastic job in them, and what a great way for them to see that what they decided to do has gone worldwide, and all these people who are some of them are way older than they are taking on the challenge. So I think, yeah, that's what a great message.
Oh yeah, and the kids were so excited, and I love how Andy Hare, how he put the results. That was cool. Like the Olympics, he had all the names out there, and that was really fun.
That was.
I tried to get the other two people I teach with. They just were not totally on board. So our numbers were just my classes, but still, they're really fun.
That's good.
It's really fun.
Just keep selling, right? Just keep selling.
That's right. That's right. It was awesome. We had a great time.
Cool. Well, I tried something new today, which is good. We've been finishing up. We're in a kind of our team sports unit, and my main focus in this part of the year, well, it is throughout the year, but really hitting hard standard 4, being responsible and respectful, and how that looks. And sometimes for the sophomore level classes, they can struggle with this. They forget that sometimes when they wear their hearts on their sleeves, and they're very visual in the way that they like or dislike something, can be taken the wrong way, or just trying to raise awareness of those sorts of things. So we've been using Frisbee so far as the medium to do that. Played lots of different Frisbee variations, and I wanted to do, we always end up with a disc golf activity. We just have like portable ones that we can stick around the school field. So I thought, right, I'd like to do that, but before that, I'd like to do a scramble. And this is, I'd heard the word scramble before, but I didn't really know what it was about. And for anyone that isn't familiar with golf, basically you have a team of 4 people, and everyone tees off from wherever the tee point is, either where you throw your Frisbee from or where you take your golf shot from. But when all 4 balls have landed, it's the one that's closest to the hole, the best one, that everyone takes their next shot from. So let's say I hit a golf ball and I tanked my ball into the trees, which of course happens a lot, more than I would like. Then I'm off the hook, because let's say you, Crystal, you were a star and you managed to get your golf ball, right down the fairway. So it's great. And we add our scores just from the totals that we take getting there. So let's say we get to the hole in 3, then our team score would be 3. And then you carry on from there. So I think it takes the pressure off people to need to be perfect, or to, get down if they're not doing as well. So I had these grand plans to do this outside. It was going to be great. And guess what I did today?
Wow. Yeah. I did something new today too.
You did?
I did plickers.
Oh, goody. How did it go?
Yes. I did it in my health class today. I want to do it in my physical education class before the end of the school year, but we just did our dating violence. Some of our lessons on dating violence. So I wanted to do a formative assessment about what they know. And so I thought, I'm going to do plickers. So it was great. It was really awesome. And I mean, for having 8th graders, it was in my 8th grade health class. I was going to write on the back, because I saw on Pinterest, people would write the A, B, C, D on the back of the card. Yeah. I need to do that, because I think that will help. That's one thing I found out, because they kind of looked at the front of the card, because if you don't know what plickers is, it has a symbol,
yeah,
and then you have to twist and turn it for the answer, and then each card is numbered. And I'm also I put out an email today to get a pocket chart, because I saw on YouTube that one of the physical education teachers, he put the plicker cards in the pocket chart, and then he permanently put a number on the outside.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. I need one of those.
Erase board, to put. And who is that? Because and then he just leaves it there. So I thought that would be great. But
Yeah,
it
I
works
saw
really
Kevin
well.
Tiller showed me that how he did that. I'm like, yep, that's on my list of summer things to purchase, because that was the one thing I found. And the first time I used it was, handing out the cards. Handing
Yeah,
out
it
for the
takes
first
time.
batch was easy, but then after that it was like, right, I need you to go and get your card rather than me looking to hand it out. So yeah, you can. And I know there were some people who were timing how long it was taking them to ask a question. And I got somebody was like, I scanned a class of 30 in 1.56 seconds. And the cool thing is, it just goes to show you how quickly you can get information that's non-threatening.
Yes.
Where they're not sticking their hand up and making it obvious what they're answering, and all they will see is obviously who's answered as opposed to what they answered, and then you get to see that part of it, which is nice.
Because I have a student that's a selective mute.
Okay.
And so it was great because the student had a big smile on their face today because they didn't have to talk.
That's
And
cool.
they could get their answer. So that was awesome. And then I wish I would have wrote it down. I read a really great blog last week about are we noticing all of our students, and how are we noticing them? Like the really good kids that may be shy, do we think we have a relationship with them? It was a really great blog. I wish I wrote it down who wrote it. But I've been doing Class Dojo also in my health class. And my student teacher and I, tomorrow, we're going to look at like the points and see who are we missing? Who are we, who's not being engaged or involved in the class for that too. So yeah, but those were two things. But I could see really why people are really liking the Plickers.
Yeah.
Getting that instant feedback and that formative assessment. It's really great.
You just give me an idea. What would be interesting to do, again, based on what you know about your students, is maybe giving yourself a poll after, I don't know, let's say a month or at some sort of interval, a few weeks into the school year or the semester, and have a chart of all of your students and see if you can write up to 3 things that you know about that student. Because I think that would be an eye-opener as to, okay, this kid's in my class, I know their name and I don't know anything else. So that would be, I'll have to try that myself now that I've just
I'm gonna write that down because that blog, and why I didn't write down, I retweeted it, so I have to find out who it was by, but it was such a well-written blog about who are we not noticing in our classes. And so that was really great. But I like that idea about, I think I'll do that with my student teacher and see what he knows.
That'd be a great learning thing for him as well, to see, oh yeah, how can I make those extra connections in class? Because I have a couple of students right now, and I've had them since September because they've taken back-to-back classes with me. And these two students, they're lovely, but they are exceptionally quiet. They don't talk. They smoke. They're very. It just occurred to me, like, I don't know enough about these two students in particular, and I need to find out more. That's not good. If I had them all year that I don't know much about them, I can't, what their likes are and what they're up to and what their interests are. So yeah, that's something I need to find my project for the next week. Yeah.
Because I really talked to my student teacher about, building relationships, and how, like, what I usually do is during the warm-up period, whatever we're doing for our warm-up, I'm out there, walking around with them and talking to them, and getting him out there to do the same thing. And I said, that's when you build your relationships is, and he's been doing a good job with that too. So, yes.
Yeah. That's true. I do interact with students, and when we have our Wednesday runs, that's also another great time when I can, run with kids and catch up, find out what's going on, joke around with them and stuff. So it's nice for them to find out more. So Hey, so I've got to tell you how I changed this. My scramble, it was meant to be outside. Well, it's been chucking it down with rain here. And I knew that doing a frisbee inside, just throwing wasn't going to work. So I'm thinking, what can I do to change it? So what I did for each hole, I had a different challenge or way they had to throw it. So there was one where they had to hold a plank position and throw in a plank position. I had one where they had to make only their backside could be touching the ground. So they had to do like a V-sit. One where they had to throw the frisbee through their legs. That one was quite amusing. One where they had to use different body parts. And what's the other ones I had? Oh, what the hardest one was only using their knees. And I'd made that one a shorter hole because I figured it would be harder for them to do. And it worked out really well. And they all got the idea of the scramble. And at the end, I had everyone complete a positive review of everybody in their group. So I said, you need to notice, be paying attention to things that other people in your group are doing well that you can compliment them on. Be specific. Don't just say they did well or their hair is nice. Their hair may be spectacular today, but that doesn't tell me specifically what contribution they made in the activity. And they did a really nice job of working cooperatively. Still got a couple who've got some rough edges to try and iron out in terms of keeping with their group and not trying to get too far ahead. But it was successful, which was nice.
I love that because we're in our frisbee golf and it rained today, but that is such a good idea because I didn't think about like fitness in there. I do the Goofy Golf Scramble where I do that where they have different challenges that they have to do at each hole. But I love that with the fitness in there.
How does your Goofy Golf Scramble work then?
Yeah, I call it the Goofy Golf Scramble, and like one they have to put like a blindfold on and throw it. And yeah, they have to throw it on, like, then we have the longest drive. And what else do we do? Gosh, I'm doing that next week. So I'm trying to think of what else we did. It's really fun though. There's
cool.
Well, I had an envelope where I had the little whiteboards where I write what the Goofy Golf Scramble thing is for each one. And then they start at all the different holes for the scramble. And then they have to get to each hole. But it's really fun.
Sweet.
This new activity that I did today from Artie Kamea's.
What was that?
Great Activities, the Pep Club. It's called Disc Lacrosse.
Okay.
And the kids have and they are sweating buckets. They said, this is the hardest they have worked all year. I went, oh gosh, I need to do a better job then. But you have the 2 disc golf holes at either end.
Yeah.
You have cones around the outside. You can't go inside the cones, and you play like ultimate frisbee, but you have to throw it in the disc catcher in order to score.
Oh.
And we played it inside, and it worked really well. And the kids were because first we had them get together to talk about their strategies and what they were going to do for strategy. And one of my 6th grade classes just blew me away. They even had names for plays, and they were calling out plays. And that we had, we'd call them in, and then we'd ask them how their strategy worked, and they had to talk to each other or give tips about, how to throw short passes and things. It was really fun.
Oh, neat.
Yes.
That's so cool. They're coming up with plays and strategies and so on. That's very cool.
Yeah, it was. And they were literally sweating buckets. These kids. So
it's a good thing.
It was great. So what else have you been up to?
Well, I'm actually going to be coming down relatively near to where you are on Wednesday. I'm taking my Adventure Ed students spelunking. We will be visiting Ledgeview Nature Center and crawling around the caves. So as a preparation for that, we always do what we call a Sherpa walk, where everyone is blindfolded, and we kind of take them through a simulated cave situation where they have to communicate with each other. They can't lose touch, but the person guiding them is non-verbal. And so what I do is, we start off in one spot, everyone's blindfolded. I ask people to volunteer to be Sherpas, and I kind of rotate them around during the walk. But we go through doors. We've got those drop curtains that separate our courts, and I drop it down so there's just enough room for someone to crawl underneath. So they have to crawl under that. Then I had the parachute set up, so they had to crawl through and under the parachute, and then we went into a different room where I had some plyometric boxes. So they had to go kind of up and down these plyometric boxes, over some other obstacles, over some crash mats, anything that had like a different tactile sensation, or had, they had to go under or over or around. And it's interesting to see who can trust the group enough not to peak. And a lot of them struggle. They really struggle. But one class did a really good job. There was a couple of peaks here and there that most of them were able to, communicate, and they didn't let go of each other. But my other class, we lost a few people along the way. And I said, this is what it'll be like in the cave. You'll be, there's going to be 45 of you in there, and you may not be able to hear more than, 3 feet either side of you because of the way that the sound is when you're down there. So they got a good taste of that, and I'm looking forward to that on Wednesday, and hoping it doesn't rain too much more, because otherwise we'll be swimming in the caves as well as crawling. So we'll have to
That would be fun.
No. I know.
I went there with my own 2 kids on that. They always took field trips there. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun to do.
It is an
experience, and the kids loved it so much we went back, like on the weekend, and we did it again.
Well, I think again, it's new. For us, it's the whole idea of challenging yourself to go one step beyond what you think you can do. And I've had this is the trip more than anything, where a lot of students are more scared and more skeptical, and they're like, I don't know if I can do this. So think about again what we're trying to do here. We're trying to step over that comfort zone boundary and see what you can do and push yourself a little bit. And I did, you say it is a challenge by choice. No one's going to say you must go in this cave and you must crawl through this really small space. There is a choice element in there, but the idea is that in a supportive environment that we've been trying to create all semester, hopefully you will want to take that challenge, and you'll feel supported along the way, and will hopefully be successful and proud of yourself when you come out the other side again. So
awesome.
We'll see.
It's gonna be great. I always love doing that, going to the caves. It was fun. I haven't been there for a long time. But it'll be great.
Yeah, it's a good experience. Something that you can't replicate at school.
No.
You got to be there. So
it'll be an awesome experience.
Yeah.
Well, I did I think I did this when I came back from Shape America. We went to healthy grocery shopping at our grocery store with my health class.
How did that go?
It was awesome. The kids really loved it, and I got good feedback from the store manager. And then there was, customers in there, and the kids were talking to them about what they were. So it was interesting to listen to them.
That's good PR. Very good PR.
And but they had a mobile device, and then they had to go grocery shopping for one of their healthy recipes that they had. And of course, some of them, just had a couple of I know next year that I have to say that you can't have like a smoothie, because a lot of them had that. But it was our first time. Well, they found out because they had to do a whole week's menu, and we were talking to one of the moms in the grocery store. She's like, "Kids, I do this every week. You have to plan your menu, because we spun the wheel to see how much money they got."
Oh, that's a nice idea.
It was, and then because a lot of the kids were like, "Miss Goritz, I only got $50." I went, "Well, that's what you have." So then before we went, I said, "Well, you know what? Things can happen in life." So we had another spin of the wheel, a spin of the wheel of life. And so a lot of them got positive, and some of them got negative, but most of them positive. Like, you paid off your car loan, so you got $10 more, or you moved to a smaller house, or some kids got a dog, so they had to have more money to buy food for the dog, or but it was a great experience. Really,
That
great.
is neat.
It was, yeah, it was really awesome for the kids, to, from one of our favorite books, Teach Like a Pirate, leave, where can you go outside of your four walls of your classroom to teach a lesson? And yeah, it was great. Really great.
We had our trip a couple of weeks ago as well, same thing, and the grocery shopping. And what was cool is one of my students, in fact, two of my students worked at the supermarket that we went to. And she was giving everyone all these top tips on saving money. She's like, okay, on Wednesdays, you can get your coupons and you can do this. And if you can find this coupon and that coupon, then you can get this much off. And I was like, this is perfect. It's like, this is it. Look for where the deals are. You're not like for them, this is high school. It's like, you're leaving here very soon. Some of you in like 15 days time. And guess what? You are going to be responsible for feeding yourself, and it isn't going to be easy, and you're not going to have a whole lot of money, because I don't know many people who walk out of high school who are finding, oh goodness, not many of them have the problem of, oh no, I have too much money. What will I do with myself? So they realize, they're like, oh, it's like, yeah, you need to take advantage and start being a savvy consumer. Know where things are at. And I love your Wheel of Life example. That's great, because it's true. You get curveballs left, right, and center. An unexpected bill or something else happens, and yet you have to deal with it. So that's fantastic. I love that example.
Well, yeah, it was really fun. And again, for my student teacher, he really loved it. It's a great project for him to build on where he goes. So yeah, that was really great.
That is cool.
I loved it. It's really fun.
Well, I had a lot of fun last Monday because we didn't have school. We had a snow day makeup.
I was jealous.
It was nice. So I've been doing a lot of geocaching again, and the Mountain Bay Trail is just fab. But anyway, I did my first Periscope. I broadcasted live while I was mountain biking on the trail. I don't know if you know much about Periscope. It's linked with Twitter, but you can basically, as long as you have a cell signal or Wi-Fi, you can broadcast live what you're doing. Now, you can protect the broadcast by not allowing comments or only allowing people that you know to join it. So I was broadcasting, and then one person was asking questions. Oh, what is this geocaching thing? So they saw me, riding down the trail on my bike, and then stopping, and then, trying to navigate towards what it was, and looking in trees and bushes. And I finally found it. I was able to show what it was. But I thought that could be a really powerful tool for us in PE. I mean, the kids could do a Periscope on them being active, or here's what I'm doing today. I mean, I know they can video things anyway, but I just think there's a lot of power in what Periscope can do if it's used properly. Obviously, like most things, used in a savvy way. But it was neat to be able to teach somebody what about geocaching while I was doing it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it was very cool. And you can save your broadcast if you want to, and have them available for people to view later on, or you can just let it go and it's finished and done. So, but
that'd be really fun next year with snowshoeing.
Oh, wouldn't it? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because that's something a lot of people wouldn't have not seen.
Right. They have not seen snowshoeing.
Yeah.
And that would be very cool to show that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I have to write that. That's my dog. My husband coaches high school soccer, and he is gone tonight. So yeah, they're running wild too.
The other thing I've been playing around with, Jared Robinson he's been making a Vitalize Chrome extension, a Chrome app, so that you can have a video delay using your Chromebook and record like 4 screens at a time for like student feedback. So I'm going to see if my computer's going to behave and I can pull it up to show you, because it is pretty amazing. Where do I look here? It'll take me a second to find it. Oops. There it is. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully this will work. So you know how we did, I messed around with BAM video delay a while back, and you could see like I did one thing and then it would appear on the second screen like 4 seconds later. And well, this is now completely, okay, what app's here? Let's see if this works. Okay, sweet. You can see my screen there. So this is a Chrome app. It's on my Chrome screen here. And here it is. So it's got a built-in camera. Oh, it might. I wonder if it's going to work now that I'm already using the webcam. Can you see my screen here?
I can see your screen.
Okay. It's not going to work because I've got the webcam going for this thing. But what we've got here is I can have numerous screens, and I can choose the delay that I want on each one, just like I can in BAM video delay. And I can press the start button, and it will then pick up everything that I'm doing, you know, with whatever delay I put it in. So again, for a feedback tool for you students, another fantastic way. And the coolest thing about it is that Jared has made it free, which means anyone can use it. And I know he's looking at putting in a ton of additional features to make it even more user-friendly for teachers. So they can save it, they can upload it, they can annotate it, they can do all sorts of different things for their students to, you know, kind of see from their video analysis what it is they're doing that's that's working and what isn't. It's just, it's like, wow. Just wow.
I have to check that out.
Yeah. It's VIDALYZE. Sorry, VIDALYZE. ZE, sorry. You guys say Z's. I say Z's. So, yeah.
Awesome.
That's cool.
That is very cool. Very cool.
The other thing that he's doing, I don't know if you saw the flurry of tweets about he's doing an iWatch giveaway. Sorry, an iWatch.
Oh, I saw that.
Apple Watch giveaway. Oh.
I know. I'm so jealous because Colin Brooks. Colin Brooks is posting all these cool things he's doing with his. Oh.
Yeah, the funny thing was, a few months ago, my daughter came in, and she had drawn something on her hand. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, oh, me and my friends, we were imagining if we had this watch and you could talk into it and you could send messages and this and that. And well, 2 months later, guess what you can do? But I just love the idea of being able, and I know there are other devices that you can use to do this. Just simple things like controlling my music from a watch, accessing, I mean, just like I said, I'm trying not to look at it too much because I know I want one, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to wait.
I know I want one too, but I thought, no, I have to wait too.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what it can do, and I'm sure, like most of these things, it's only going to keep improving.
Yeah, because Colin has just posted a few things that he's done with it, and
yes,
I just like, wow, that is so cool.
It is very neat.
Oh, I know. But last year, one of the things I did since we've talked is you and I went to the UW River Falls conference, and we met Michelle Hillier from Groove.
We did, yes.
I did the Groove dance in my 5th and 6th grade.
Oh, how did it go?
Awesome. If anybody hasn't heard of this, Groove dance is like they have just a few basic moves, maybe 3. And then they have the music, and then you teach the kids the 3 dances, and then they can move any way they want around the open area. You can have dance-offs, and it was awesome. The kids just loved it. And we did 4 dances, and then they picked one that they wanted to do, and then they added at least one more step to theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had the rubric, and then we videotaped them, and we watched them on the screen, and it was such a great way to, I think, introduce dance, because what I've been doing is, doing the line dance, which is fun, but then the kids, they worry about, are they going to do the steps right? And this, you can do what, you're moving.
Yes.
And it was great. So thanks to Michelle Hillier and Groove Education. It's like Groove Edge, EDGE.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was really fun. Puppy is coming into the picture now. Sorry. Yes. The romance.
Yeah, I remember when we did it last year, it was just phenomenal. It was just, and it was so intuitive as well, wasn't it? Even for someone who didn't have any sort of dance background and thought they had 2 left feet, it worked for everyone, and that was the beauty of it. And yeah, it was very impressive.
It was very fun. It was just a great way. And then when we went into the like line dances, and then I did Zumba with them too, they were a lot more willing. It seemed to me, especially the 6th, 5th graders are just fun, but 6th graders sometimes a little dance, and they were more willing to do it because they had the groove first. So that was really great.
That's cool. That is cool. I'll make sure there's a link to that in the show notes, because if you're looking for anything new for dance, then that is definitely worth checking out. It is fabulous.
It was really fun. Yeah, there's a lot of noise going on here too. We're having, if you look out a window right now, they have dug up our entire road, and they're putting in new curb and gutter. And behind us, the farmer is tilling his fields right now.
Oh, lovely.
So, we have lots of things going on in our neighborhood.
Sweet.
So what else have you been up to?
I think that's about it. I'm busy sorting my artifacts out for educator effectiveness, and yeah, it's been pretty busy time of year, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to summer and having some time and being able to reflect on what went well this year, what didn't, what I want to change, and
I know
that sort of stuff. So
yeah, the other thing I did was the 100-mile club. We had our 100-mile club ceremony last week during National Sport and Physical Education Week. Each day, we did the Give Me 5 from Michelle Obama. And then each day we did one of the 5 components of fitness. And so when we did the cardiovascular endurance, then for my 5th grade, they didn't know about this. It was a surprise because each one of them did accumulate 100 miles. And so for $10 a student, this was through my Feel Up to Play 60 grant that I got. For $10 a student, you could get them, you get a shirt, and you get a medal, and you get a wristband for $75, and you get gold pencil, and they didn't know about it. And so then at the end of the class, we stopped a little early, and then we played some cool, like, Olympic music, and we put up the shirts, and they just went crazy. And I see them all, like, the rest of the week, they wore their medal. A lot of them were wearing their medals to school, and
oh, that's sweet.
It was really fun. You could do the 100-mile club, just that you could do the certificates, and it could be free. But because I got the grant, I did it with my 5th graders, and they love those T-shirts and medals. So that was really fun too.
I'm glad you said that, because I should have mentioned what we did for National Sport and PE Week. We, John Morgan at Wisconsin DPI and Health and Human Services, he came up with a tagline, DYGY 60, as in, did you get your 60?
Oh.
And he made a really great logo, and I asked Eileen, I'm like, gosh, can we use this logo, put it on a T-shirt? She's like, yeah. So we all got T-shirts made. We got 100 T-shirts made for school, and we started putting up these posters that said DYGY 60 all around school. And the kids were like, what's this DYGY 60 thing? What is it? And then we were trying to guess, and we wouldn't tell them. So anyway, we kicked off. We had a day where everyone wore their T-shirts to school. And what we did as a staff, we got a whole bunch of us to record ourselves doing something active, basically saying, hey, this is how we get our 60 minutes of activity. And challenge to the kids is, right, now we want to know what you do to get your 60. So they're challenged by this Friday is to make a video of themselves being active, be unique, be creative, whatever it is they're doing, and, share it so that we will judge it. And we're doing this for the high school, middle school, and the junior high. And we have 100 T-shirts that we want to give away to our students. So those videos that come in, we will look over them and hopefully get to give all of them away, which will be nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with.
Awesome.
It's like, yeah, you get it now. You get that you should be getting your 60, and to see other people, not just us as fire teachers, but, their superintendent, their principals, and other teachers that, hey, we're all doing something different, but we are being active in whatever way, shape, or form was cool as well. So
That's great.
Forward to that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great. Yeah, good stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'm excited. I am going to do my first keynote. In Texas at the
yes.
Speed Summit.
I saw that. That's very exciting.
And Joy's going to be there. Joy Fife is the day before.
Fabulous.
I know. I am out of my comfort zone big time. So, yeah, because it's not
That's a good thing.
Session. They're all on tables. So I think I thought of a way that I can get them to move too during. I can't just have them sit for 45 minutes and just listen to me talk. That would not be good. So I'm going to use the Decide Now app with the spinning, and then I'm going to have different equipment on the tables, and so when it spins, they'll have, like, you have influenced me with choice, and they'll get to choose something from the table to do, and then they'll learn about the Decide Now app. So,
sweet.
But I'm excited.
I've
never been to South Padre Island, so
I've heard it's beautiful. So
yeah, and you're doing a conference in St. Louis, right?
Yes, I am. I'm doing it for got the right name right. Park Ridge School District. It's a combination of two school districts who come together, and they're putting on PE on July the 15th, and they have a health one the following week as well. So yes, I'm very excited about that. Doing lots of Google technology presentations. So hope to help people out.
The thing just with Google Drive, dive in to Google Drive.
Yeah, the website did the spot.
That was
that
awesome.
was neat. It was funny though. I broke autocorrect when I did it. I forgot there's a limit to how many automatic emails and certificates you can send out. And it hasn't been a problem before, but yeah, we exceeded the limit. And I was like, why aren't these going out? And then I realized that I overshot the limit. So I had to wait a few more hours till the next day rolled over and send them out again. But that's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have.
I really learned a lot. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yay. Well, I don't think I've got anything else that I can remember that I've done. Sure, there's been something.
I loved how it turned out, our video from Shape.
Yes, that did work.
That was great.
Well, little YouTube capture. That's what worked on that one.
Yeah.
And a combination of YouTube capture and iMovie. I kind of did a little bit of both in there, figuring out how to use the captions and so on. So yeah, it was fun to do. You know what? We'll have to do another one at the PE Institute.
Yes.
We'll have to do a live one there because that's going to be a lot of fun.
I am so excited for the National PE Institute. Yeah. Everybody's going to be there.
Yep, they are.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Well, it's been so great to see you.
You too.
I mean, it went so fast.
Oh, I know. Time always does, doesn't it? So by the next one we do, we probably have closed out the school year.
Yeah.
Won't we? So,
wow. Yeah. I don't even know. I think we got like 19 days left or something. 18 days.
That sounds
crazy.
Pretty close. Well, you have a wonderful end to the school year. And I look forward to chatting with you when we're on summer holidays. Yay! Which will be fantastic.
Great. Yeah, I have to check out Periscope.
Yes, do.
I have to do both of those.
Yeah, they're fab.
Great.
All right. Well, then I will sign off. Right. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Bye.